If you are easily offended, please leave and don't come back. The views, opinions, and statements from this podcast are by no one. I repeat, by no one. They are not real, and everything is completely made up. This is for entertainment purposes only. The people in this podcast are not doctors, lawyers, or health professionals. They barely graduated high school. It's not that serious. Enjoy the show and have a nice day. Welcome to another episode of Vernon's podcast, brought to you by Vernon Smith. Welcome, boys and girls, whatever pronoun you prefer. Um, Today's episode is a very touchy one and a very personal one. I, um, I'm gay. Look, look outside. There's no fire. The roof isn't collapsing. I'm fine. Everything's fine. And I think that a lot of you are probably just like, oh, like, but we knew, we know, who know, we all knew, who cares? But then there's see some of you who are just kind of like on like the fence, like, is he not? You know what I mean? And then there might be some of you who are just like, I don't, I don't know how you would think that I'm straight, or I don't know because like when I'm out, like random women like hit on me, like they don't know me, they just kind of like show interest in me. They think I'm straight, but then hang around me long enough, and then you'd be like, okay, yeah, he's not straight. But but yeah, I'm gay. I always have been, and always will be. Um, and the reason why I want to go on here, or no, let's go back. Reason why I never like talked about it or anything, gave it any attention was because I wasn't ashamed. I was never ashamed. I want to make that very clear. It was just because of I guess my upbringing and where I come from. Um, it's not something that you really talk about or discuss because it's just not. You know what I mean? Even though it was like um, socially acceptable like everywhere else in the world, but unfortunately, living up in the north and being indigenous, it's not. It wasn't grow. At least me when I was growing up in like the 2000s and 90s and early 2010s, it wasn't very. It wasn't like people weren't open about it. It wasn't really accepted and stuff, and it still kind of isn't. It depends on who it is, like or like where you know what I mean. But it's whatever. Fuck off. And so yeah. The reason why I never came out was because of that, the upbringing and where I come from, and just kind of being like, like why bother? Like it just seems like a something that I didn't. I, s- it was like a fight that I didn't want to have because I didn't. I feel like I didn't need to, because it wasn't that big of a deal to me because I knew that people close to me and around me knew already, but they just didn't talk about it because maybe they're waiting for me to come out or something. You know what I mean? Or tell them. But um, so yeah, and I didn't. And plus, I was like a again teenage alcoholic, and then that all carried out into my adulthood. So I was consumed with alcoholism and also depression, and now I know like ADHD too as well. So and also like working and so there was a lot of like factors that came in. My life was like kind of like chaotic, and so me being gay kind of like took the back seat, because I didn't really care. And and also I think that this too, like me hiding, not hiding it, but I don't know what the fuck. Maybe when I was a kid I was hiding it, but then once I got older I kind of opened up more about it. But I never really said it. I just kind of acted on it, like I would like like hit on guys and stuff. It was funny anyway, yeah. And so I guess unconsciously it affected me without me knowing. So that's where the depression came from, and the alcohols, and all, you know what I mean, all these things, because everything's connected in some way. It has to be. Um, so yeah, so I think that's why it took me so long to like really come out. Like I started telling people like a couple of years ago, and everybody was so like they were like happy for me, or they were either like happy for me, like excited, like oh my god, like what I mean, new chapter in your life. And then there are some people who are just kind of like what I mean, like they didn't know how to react, and that's understandable because like they just I was probably like the first person to come out to them, or maybe I'm like the first person in their circle who's like openly gay or something like that. So they kind of didn't know how to react to it. So they just kind of like were taken back. And again, I understand that that's understandable. And then there's some people who are just like, who cares? Okay, next. You know what I mean? And to be honest, too, like I think I don't know. It's weird. Sexuality is fucking weird. I think I'm on a spectrum, to be honest, because sometimes I still feel attracted to women. Like depending on who it is, like she has to be like a 10, like a solid 10, like very fucking attractive. I'm talking about like society's standard of beauty. Like I'm talking about, like the body, the face, the nails, the hair, the voice, just all that superficial shit. That if I see that, I remember like I saw one woman in my old apartment building. Oh, and I found myself thinking about her for a while. Like after I walked away, and I was like, "What is this? What is this? This doesn't happen to me." And then later on that day, I saw this cute guy at a gas station, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, no, I'm gay." I should have saw that ass on that one. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gay, and I'm happy and proud, and I hope you are too for me. And if you're not, that's okay too. I know that this is all might be a little like it might be like you might make you uncomfortable, or you don't understand it, or you don't get it. Like why would you choose a guy over a girl, or like what, or like it's maybe it's for religious reasons, traditional stuff, but it's that's just what it is, like it's I can't pray away the gayness. Like it's just there, it's always been there, and it always will be, um and I'm okay with it. I've always been okay with it. I feel like it was just other people who try to make me feel like it wasn't okay. But I've always been like that person who just kind of did my own thing anyway and did whatever I wanted, regardless of how others would see it or view it. At least that's how like I've always felt like I would go about like just living my life. But then when it came to this, I don't know why like I wasn't open about it, because I'm open about everything else in my life. But with this one thing, and I don't know why. I think the reason why is because like I respect and love the people close to me so much, and and sometimes I would see like they whenever I would like talk about like a guy with them, or to check out a guy in front of them, or anything like gay really, it would like they kind of get like taken back, like they don't know how to act, or they don't really say anything. So I took that as them not liking that side of me, so then I kind of just suppressed it around them at least. um but I don't think that they don't like it or whatever. I think they just don't know how to just handle it or react to it. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to react to like your good friend, like who you think or might not think is gay or whatever, or like it just basically it's a big change for everybody. It's not just for me. You know what I mean? Because I've already been like this. Like it's not even a thing for me. The only thing that's gonna be different is that you guys are gonna see me openly dating guys and checking out guys and being like, oh, that guy's cute. You know what I mean? And that's basically only it. But I've always done that, but just not in front of you guys. And that was just basically because me just saving you from being uncomfortable. But I'm not doing that anymore because I am who I am, and this is gonna be what it is, and forever. And so then there's that, and and also to they just back in like high school too. High school too. Like I hated high school because I couldn't be myself, and seeing all my friends just date and fall in love and just all that stuff. I wasn't able to do that or couldn't do that because I had to hide it or stuff. And you know what I mean? Like I never got that I never was able to, or I missed out on that experience of falling in love and being in a relationship in high school, all that, that little puppy love, whatever, all that stuff. I never got that. And it's because I had to hide it. And so that really affected me a lot too. And just like, um, it, even like with like being friends too at that time too was like, I mean, because there was always like rumors about me, like is he not, you know what I mean? And then so even it was hard for me to like make friends too because um because of me not being able to express that side of myself. I couldn't really be like a full on real like friend because I had to like, you know what I mean? Like when you're friends with somebody, when that's your actual like real friend, you guys don't hide anything from each other. You're yourselves. You know what I mean? They see you when you're ugly, you're fat, you're whatever. You know what I mean? Like you guys share everything. You know, this is the person who like you wake up and throw your joggers on, you go see, and you forgot to brush your teeth, so you have like morning breath. You all like stinky with crazy hair, and you go to your friend, and you guys go have like a bagel and coffee, and just like talk about what the night you did before and stuff like that. So to have like a real friend, you have to be very close, and you can't hide anything, no secrets and stuff, right? But unfortunately, I had that secret to keep to myself, so I couldn't really connect on like a very deep personal level with a lot of people. And because I even like, I mean, of course I have like people in my life who I was very close with, who I love dearly, and I look up to them as like brothers and sisters and stuff. But then that side of me they never really saw, like, and I felt like I never, so that's why I feel like I was always kind of like a little, there was always like this invisible barrier or wall that was holding me back from being like an honest, true, like real friend. And I'm like now, like I'm like so fucking excited, like I could just be me everywhere I go and everything I do, not caring about how it like people are gonna take it or whatever. It's just great, great, fucking amazing. I love it. And going back on that dating thing too, back home, like people don't fucking date. People just go shack up. Like they go meet each other, like go and like fool around at a party or something, and then they just go shack up, and then they just live together until they like break up and stuff, and then that was the relationship. And then I came here and I thought that that's what that kind of was or whatever. But I always thought it was kind of weird. And then but yeah. So now it's just like you have to go on actual dates. Like we could go out and like eat and hang out and go for walks. It's actually pretty cool. It's nice. It's like it gives you an opportunity to get to know that person, so you know what you like and what you don't like and what you're looking for. And it's great, it's fun, but it's also like it's a little annoying now that I've only been like on a 4, but it's a little annoying sometimes because like it's just like the same answers, like where you're from, how old are you, ooh, yeah, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite music? Like, what kind of music do you listen to? What do you like eating? What do you like doing for fun? What do you do for work? Same questions every single time if it's a different person. But whatever, that's what I gotta do, right? Just on the a mission to find the right one. Cause like I enjoy being alone. I love being alone. I like being by myself. Just kind of, it's just peace. You don't have to deal with anything or anyone. But like sometimes, but and I enjoy company too as well at the same time. You know what I mean? Um, like I want somebody to come with me to the movies. I went to the movies yesterday alone. I went to go watch Freedom something. It's about that child sex trafficking movie. Freedom something. I didn't even know it was over 2 hours long. I went there late. I went there at that four at the 10:45 showing, and so I was there and I was like tired already. Like going there, I was like tired. But then I just told myself that I need to go watch this movie because I saw reviews and stuff, and I saw like somebody had posted about it like on Facebook or something, and I felt like this was something I needed to see because I don't know anything about that. You know, I've always heard about like sex trafficking from like like sex trafficking like women and stuff like that from like movies like Taken. That was like sex trafficking, right? So I always thought that's what that was. I didn't know they're doing that to kids too. Oh my god, like crazy, crazy. Go if you haven't seen it, go watch that movie, Freedom. It's I forgot. I don't know. Just go find it. You can just Google it. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I went to the movies alone, and I wanted somebody to come with me, but I didn't know who to ask. And the people who I went on a date with, they're out of all of them. There's like only like maybe one that I actually enjoy being around and want to see again. And I tried to see him again today, but he's busy working. Um, but so hopefully that happens. It was fun. I had fun. Woo! Boy, did I have fun. And yeah, so there's that. Like, so I'm dating, and I'm starting to figure a lot out about myself and what I'm looking for. And like I thought that like I wanted somebody who was like somebody who um I don't know. I just want somebody who I just like kind of want to be understood. I want somebody who I can just like chill and relax with. You don't have to like be all dressed up and stuff. You can just like chill with like shorts and a t-shirt, and or like someone who can like you can go to the movies with. You can bring them anywhere with you, and it'll be cool. You know what I mean? Like it's important for me that they get along with like my friends and family, because like um I saw like a lot of like relationships, other people's relationships, and it's a problem when their partner doesn't get along with their family and friends because you can't bring them around them, right? And which means you kind of have to choose your partner or your family and friends and stuff in some situations. And I don't want that. Like I want everybody to like hang out, be together, and you know, like a unit. And um, so that's that, and also like working. You have to work. You're not just gonna sit on this couch. Nah, nope. I don't care what you do, just as long as you're doing something. Okay? And just a good person, like a genuine person. I don't want somebody who's just like acting like a good person. We can tell, you know what I mean? I can tell at least when like someone's being genuine, and somebody who's just being nice just because they think that that's what you want them to do, or that's what you want them to, how you want that how they do things based off of how they think others want them to be or act. And no, I want you to be yourself, but then be kind and respectful at the same time. Okay? I mean, is that hard to ask for? I don't know. Okay? Kind and respectful, and be yourself, and job, and try to like be understanding. I don't expect somebody to fully understand me because I don't really fucking fully understand myself, but I'm trying to. I'm like digging into my brain more and more every day. And I would want somebody like that too, who's trying to actively get better and grow and build themselves up and get like, just better as a person. Like I just don't want somebody who's just like at a standstill, frozen in time, and just letting life pass by them. It's just no, like that's not a way to live. So yeah, get that. That's what I'm basically looking for in a partner. That's why I'm dating, and yeah, it's interesting. It's a lot of not that much. I don't know. Like I don't really put that much work into it. I kind of just be myself, and I jump right into it and see what happens or what doesn't happen, and I go along too with like vibes and stuff if I like being around them. Or sometimes too, sometimes if I get like a weird vibe, like I don't feel like comfortable or don't like really being there too, or like around them, then I'll still hang out and I'll still like, like trying to like actively be like, okay, maybe I'm just feeling weird today. Maybe I didn't get enough sleep, or maybe I'm hungry, or maybe I need to go for a cigarette, or maybe I try to not be too dismissive and just try to just be there and give them a chance and stuff, and give me them to hopefully to giving me a chance too, because it's like a give and take thing. Like you both are like trying to figure each other out and see if you like each other or interested in each other at least. Um, so yeah. So it's just weird talking about this. You know what I mean? I never talked about this shit because I never had nobody to talk to about, because nobody would want to hear it or talk about it. But now you're gonna hear it. No, whether you want to or not. Okay, if you're my friend, a real friend, then you're gonna hear it, whether you want to or not. So, yeah, there's that. Okay, dating, and I'm glad that I'm like fully like out now and open about it, so I can start like really like dating and stuff, because it's hard out here. Like you guys don't even know, like fuck, like these dude, these little bottoms out here, these bottoms are like the receivers, like they are more fucking mean and more sassy than women are. Like ah, like ghost you just like that. They don't give a shit. Oh, they if you did, you just need to do one thing that they don't like, and then they're gone. Poof, and then they go look for another top. Fucking little shits. And anyway, so and it's really what I'm finding out in the dating world too is with these gay guys. It's gay guys are very picky, 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 picky. Like look at you up and down. Like when like they just look at like your clothes, and like they just judge every little thing. You know what I mean? It's crazy. At least like the ones I this is from my own personal experience, and also to like online too, like on Grinder or on Tinder. If you like, they like to ask for pictures too and stuff, like for like hookups at least, and then before you hook up with them and stuff, before you go meet up with them. And then like I remember I sent a selfie, and then they did, and then they blocked me on Grinder. I was like, what the fuck? He was like, not my type, and then he just fucking blocked me, and then that was that. I was just like, what the hell? Like he blocked me before I got to respond. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's tough out here. So good thing I'm doing this now while I'm still like fairly young and still cute. Cause if I would waited till I was like older, I don't know what I would have looked like, and I don't know how hard it would have been for me out here. But fortunately, I'm just fine. Anyway, yeah. So didn't have the high school experience. Saw everybody else having it. Was like torn about it, kind of really sad, and wanted it too, but I couldn't. And oh yeah, and like because of like the environment and the just the location too. When I was like younger too, like straight, like it was hard to like make friends, because like straight guys, like there's all like the rumors about me and stuff. Like straight guys didn't want to like be my friends, because I think that is because like they were afraid of others thinking that they were gay because they were hanging out with me, which is, I guess it's understandable, especially when we're like at that age and that young. I understand it, because when you're that young, you're kind of, um, I don't know, like you just don't want to be embarrassed, right? Because when you're that young, you think everything's like the end of the world whenever anything like bad happens to you in your life and stuff. So you don't want that kind of like unwanted attention on you. Like you don't want people to think that you're gay. So the easiest thing to do is just say, okay, don't be friends with Vernon. But it's weird. Like most of the time, I don't know why straight guys always think that gay guys want them. The only gay guys that want you guys are the gay guys who did not have a straight guy before. Because all the gay guys who had straight men before, who are at least tops, or like, who ones who don't really like normally bottom, they don't want you. Are you nuts? The only gay guys who want bottoms again, the ones who didn't have a straight guy before, or the ones who are like just strictly bottoms who just like getting plowed or pounded on, and then they just want to get fucked. You know, they don't care, but they don't care. But like a gay guy who has straight men before, at least from what I can see in my experience, they don't want you, stinky, hairy, poopy butthole. You fucking crazy? No, like we're looking at that stylish gay boy behind you with the bubble butt and nice body and stuff, nice hair. We're looking at him. You're in the way. Move. You crazy? Shit. And like you guys don't even know how to do anything. There's some of you too who just like want to like experiment and stuff and get with a gay guy for like see what it's like. Not over here. Not with me. No. Go to that little horn. Go find one of those little horny bottoms. Like you can go and practice with them or whatever you're trying to look for. Not over here. Like you guys, why would sex was supposed to be like enjoyable and fun and stuff? It's not gonna be with you, Mr. Straight Man, who doesn't like you only have experience being with women. So which means when you're with a man, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know how to suck dick. You don't know how to take anything. You don't know how to take any dick, nothing. You don't know how to you're not doing anything. And again, hairy poopy butthole and just, ugh. Like no. No, go somewhere else. Um and so yeah, so like a lot of people don't even want you. But if we're just like being nice to you and stuff, if we're being weird or a little too affectionate and stuff, that's because that's how we are with each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like I like hug and kiss my friends on the cheeks and tell them I love them all the time. And I'm very like we're a lot of us are like that. We're like very affectionate and like touchy feely and I was looking at you in the eyes too and stuff and you think that we're like flirting with you. We're not. Okay? God. Like and me too, like I just like to joke around for fun to see how people are gonna react. And a lot of you straight guys too, like you guys the way you guys react, some of you like it's a little questionable, you know what I mean? Like why does gayness make you so uncomfortable? Why? But whatever, that's neither here or there. I'm not gonna go there. Um so anyway, yeah. So then there was that, like it was so a lot of like guys didn't want to be friends with me because of that, and that's fine. I don't want to really want to be friends anyway because I find like it's just I, don't know, I always like got along with women more or girls and women more like growing up and even like now too. I mean like now that it's I like it now. Now it's different. Like back then, it was kind of hard to be friends with straight guys because there's all that ooh stuff I was just talking about. But now it's like everybody's like so open and like straight guys like they make it. Just like we are like an understanding. Like he's straight, I'm gay. Nobody cares. We're friends. We can be friends, and that's it. And then now it's just like like nobody like straight guys like a lot of straight guys. At least from my experience, like now they don't care if other people think of them that way because they know that because this is what I mean. Like if you're a secure man and you know that you like women and you love women, what other people think of you hanging out with a straight guy does not matter because you are secure and you know who you are and you know what you like. So you don't pay attention to any of that stuff that doesn't even matter or whatever. So like now there's like a lot of like I have like straight guy friends now too. Fucking fun. Like it just you know what I mean? It's just cool now to actually like be able to have like straight guy friends and then have it not be like weird. You know what I mean? And I actually prefer it too because like there's no like zero sexual tension there whatsoever. So which means you could just be ourselves. Ugh. So it's just like it's fun. You know what I mean? You can just like don't have to worry about that little like awkward trying to like impress each other or whatever because I mean not like when you're trying to like sleep with somebody trying to impress them or whatever, but there's nothing like that there with like a straight guy and a gay guy friendship because it's just no sexual tension at all. It's just all friendship. It's fun. And So there's that. What else did I want to go about? Um. Oh yeah, I wanted to. I heard this a couple of times too. That like gay guys like always like talk about being gay. Like even like me reading right here, like some of you might think like, oh, like why does he have to talk about this? Why is he even bringing it up? And like why do gay guys always have to say that they're gay or talk about being gay and throw like our their gay shit on us and stuff? And it's understandable if you feel like that because especially like um Pride Month just passed a couple like what 2 weeks ago, and so you're seeing like gay, 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 gay everywhere, right? And so maybe you're getting tired of it, so that's why you're saying those things. But what you guys need to realize too is that the reason why that a lot of gay guys feel the need to constantly express themselves and express their gayness is like out loud and stuff is because a lot of us had to suppress it and hide it for decades and years and years and years. And now that we are finally able to be ourselves and be open about it and just, not be ashamed and nobody's going to attack us or try to fight us or make fun of us or tease us. And we can just be who we are to the world. So that's why like a lot of us, that's why that a lot of us always like scream it to the tops and, and like talk about it. It's because it's exciting. It's because we can finally do that. We can finally do that. Just if it's annoying, if it's annoying, just okay, just ignore it. You know what I mean? Those gay boys, they're not gonna. You saying that it's not gonna affect them anyways. Okay, like they're gonna hop their little pretty asses and dance anyways. They're not gonna fucking care about you saying those things. Like we had to deal with much more worse than you. Okay, okay. So and I don't know. I think like me being indigenous and me being gay, that's why I've always been very big on equality. And even with my last episode on favoritism and nepotism, I think this kind of stems into that too because of our it's a kind of at least they connect in some way in my mind, like in terms of equality because I've always had to like feel I always felt like I had to like fight for equality in my life, because of me being gay, me being indigenous. So that's why I always find myself advocating and fighting for equality everywhere in every aspect of my life. And so I think like that's where like a lot of it too comes from, Like I don't like it when people are being treated differently. I feel like everybody should be treated equally. Is that it's that's not that hard to ask for. And even if you don't like it, that's fine. If you don't like a certain group of people, if you're a homophobic or maybe you're not even homophobic, maybe gay people just make you a little uncomfortable because you've never been around that before, and that's okay too. But then they just don't be disrespectful and don't be so like dismissive and stuff of it. Try to understand because there's a lot of things that you guys do, straight people, any other group that you guys do that we tolerate too. Do you get me? Especially when it's a gay guy. Gay guys will look you up and down and they already found 5 things wrong that they don't like. And do they always say it? No. Okay? Leave us alone. Leave it alone. And it's not even about looks too. It's just about like everything, like analyzing everything. It's I mean not I'm just like generalizing just to kind of make like a point that there's a lot of things that other people like straight people are white, black, whatever it is, indigenous, any other group, every group of people has stuff that gay people can be like, oh, I don't like this about you, I don't like that about you, you need to change this, you need to stop doing this, you need to improve here. and you guys can look at us and do that same thing too. But it's just like we just need to be like understanding of each other and respect of each other. And if you don't understand something, or if you don't get something, or if you have questions, ask. And and then I'm sure that, but I'm sure if you're gonna go ask questions, ask like somebody who is openly gay, and if somebody who's like, comfortable with themselves and stuff, and they'll like do their best to answer your questions. Um, but I don't really have all the answers to either, because I'm just like kind of like new to this a little bit. Like I go to like other people who are like gay for like a long time, and then I ask them questions, just like on like gay shit. And it's just like a whole new world for me too, like just stepping into it, and it's fun. I love it. But yeah, so then there's this. I'm going to, before I publish this, I'm going to call my family and give them a heads up first, just so they don't get blindsided. I mean, I've already kind of told them. I told my mom, and then she told my dad. Um, I don't think I've told anybody else. I'm like such a shitty brother. So I'm gonna go call my parents, and I'm gonna go call my sisters to let them know, and my brother, and let them know what's coming. Woo! I feel like my last episode was a hitter, and I think this might be another one too. But ooh, shit, eh? I love this. I love this. You know what I mean? I fucking love being in front of this mic. This gives me life. And me just like, I think it's because like I've always felt like this this space, this online space, and me just sharing my who I am and my opinions, um uh and like trying to get people to like see things that they don't, or maybe they haven't heard of, or seeing doors and obstacles and kicking them and jumping over them, and showing people that it can be done, um showing people that it's okay to be this or that, showing people that we can just like be ourselves and be who we are, and that we don't have to conform to what was before us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been like that, like a person who would take the punches and get the stones thrown at them, and got arrows shot at, for like going off the trail, doing something different. And I was always glad to do it, because somebody has to do it. Okay. And that's me, and I'm fine, and I know, like, there's the thing, like, the reason why, like, too, like, I was just like, now, like, nothing really scares me. Nothing does scare me. I mean, like, me, I might get like a little like anxious, like, just before I recorded this, I was a little anxious about it, but I get through it, and then I just go straight forward and get it done. And I think the reason for that too is because, like, I honestly feel like with everything I've been through in my life, that there's like nothing that I can't beat now anymore. I just keep going forward no matter what. It doesn't matter how hard I fall, or like I can like go smack my head on the pavement, fall down a cliff, drown. I will still get back up. I might like wake up and lick my wounds, and might cry a little, and take a day to just kind of gather myself back together. But then I come back again the next day, and I'll be better. I'll be stronger. I'll be faster. I'll be smarter. And then it will be harder for me to fall again. Like, I really believe that, like, life is just about solving problems in front of you, and keep moving forward no matter what. And like, just trying your best to be at peace throughout everything, the storms, the floods, the fires. Try to keep a peaceful mind so that you could at least have some like so that you could find I guess the good or like a little bit of like happiness or sunshine in any situation, you know? Don't live in those clouds. Don't drown in your sorrows. Swim. Swim and run and like crawl if you have to, you know. Don't let this life, this crazy planet, these crazy people, this crazy town beat you down too much. And if it does, it's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Just get back up again the next day and keep going and learn from your past mistakes and learn why you failed the last time and don't do that shit again. Okay. Anyway, yep, I'm a homo. I wonder who there might be like some like women like watching this, listening to this, they're probably just like all sad and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I might wake up in like a year from now and be like, ooh, baby. You know what I mean? Who knows? You know what I mean? But just for now, right now, this is where my head's at, and this is where I want to be, and this is what makes me happy. And I'm happy, and I haven't been happy for a long fucking time, and I'm finally happy. So let me be happy, okay? And if you don't like this, it's fine. But just try to be understanding. That's all I ask. Just if you love it, great. Thank you. And if you don't, then just please try to understand me and understand us. And yeah, thank you. Okay, so I called my parents and my sisters um and just to let them know that I was gonna post that post this podcast and they they were like, oh, okay, like they already knew, you know what I mean, like they already knew, so it wasn't even a thing. Like my sister Tiffany, she was just like, oh, we already knew we would talk about it and discuss about it when they're like younger, when like teenager, and I mean, like I already knew that people knew, but then we just never talked about it, and I guess like everybody was just waiting for me to talk about it. So I am now. So yeah, all that's out. My crazy life. I love it. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Vernon's podcast, brought to you by Vernon Smith. And yeah, yeah, yeah. Life's good. I'm free. Lock up your uncles and your brothers and your hot daddies. Okay. Okay.